From Today FM Ireland, this is the Ian Dempsey Breakfast Show podcast.
Guys here at Today FM have asked me to do a bit of a comedy tutorial, you know, and so, feck it, we'll give it a go anyway, and hopefully we'll get some people. The phone lines are actually lighting up. We have Enda on line 1. Enda, how are you?
Yes, good morning, Neil. And let me tell you that I am a great admirer of your work, and I firmly believe that the skills that you have brought to the table, Neil, could prove to be enormously useful for people in any position in this country, and most notably from my position.
Wow. So how do you think I can help you then, Enda? Do you just need to lighten stuff up a bit?
Well, I think that humour and comedy have been, instructed to me by a focus group that has been one of the main elements missing from my, as it were, delivery in the past. And I think humour is, of course, to the very forefront of your talents, Mr. Delamare. And for that end, I have been working on my material to kind of lighten up the situation. So, would you like to?
Yeah, give us a couple of your best lines there.
Well, for example, the health service.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have an annoying and a kind of a boring soundbite about the health service, or I can simply walk into the room and say, who's the coolest person in hospital?
Right.
You're meant to say, who?
Who?
So I'll start again. Who's the coolest person in hospital?
I don't know who.
The ultrasound guy.
Yeah.
Now, that's an example of how two lines can, if you like...
Yeah.
Are you with me?
I am, yeah. How many seats did you win at the last election?
Well, no, I think that seats are something that we should keep to one side and just concentrate on the sort of one-liners and the punchlines.
Okay, right, yeah, but you're not really giving me a lot to work with there, and
right.
Maybe you could kind of try and jazz up the delivery a little bit, I don't know.
Right, jazz.
Yeah,
jazz it up.
Yeah, write that down, jazz it up, and comedy's all about timing, you know what I mean? Timing.
What's that again?
Timing.
Sorry, timing.
Yeah, timing.
Go on, great.
Have you got any other stuff? I mean, have you got a big closer or anything?
But,
that's it?
No, I'll call you back later, maybe.
Yeah, okay, right, fair enough. Okay, we've got Steve from Louth on the line. Steve, how are you?
Alright there, Neil.
Alright, Steve.
Alright there.
What can I help you with?
I saw you there, in Vicar Street there.
Yeah?
Magnificent performance, so it was.
Thanks very much.
I'm looking for some advice there.
So, could you be a bit more specific?
On dealing with a large audience.
A large audience? How big are you talking about?
So I am. Well, maybe 75, 80,000.
80,000 people?
Bring a large crowd of people on side, which I've had a bit of a problem with in the past.
Okay.
Wondering any sort of advice.
Yeah, I tell you.
Any bits you could... jokes, anything you got going. I
would say the same thing that I kind of said to Enda. Maybe to try and jazz it up a little bit and maybe banter with the audience. Could you banter with the crowd?
Banter?
Yeah, banter, yeah.
Banter?
Banter, yeah. Just chat with them, you know.
Oh, how would banter? So I go up into the...
Yeah, how are you doing? Where are you from? What do you do?
So during the match, for example, against the Germans...
Yeah, the Germans would be great. They're well known for the comedy.
Head up the side of the stand.
Yeah.
Tap somebody on the shoulder.
Yeah, because they probably won't be looking in the direction of the match, yeah?
Just go. What was that line again?
What do you do?
What do you do?
Yeah.
And where are you from?
Yeah, and then don't ask where you're from right after what do you do. Let them answer and then kind of riff with that a little bit.
Do you have any hobbies?
Yeah.
Or anybody here from...
Anybody here from is more of a general question, you know, for like 75,000 people. Anybody here from Nuremberg?
So to do this during the game?
Yeah, maybe not during the game necessarily, but maybe at half time.
Cheers, Neil.
No worries. Yeah, banter. Write that down.
Cheers.
And if you can't do it, just get Bobby to do it, okay? Okay, we've got Deco on the line from Artane. How are you, Deco?
Yeah, get off the stage, Delamare, will you? Yeah, you're brutal.
Alright, cheers.
Call an ambulance.
Thanks, Deco. What are you doing?
Someone call it. There's a comedian dying in there, lads. What do you think I'm doing?
What?
I'm heckling you.
Are you some sort of...
I heckle.
You're a professional heckler.
I thought I was going to be a heckler. I thought I was going to be a comedian on this show. Must be some mistake, what? So I did what any self-respecting professional heckler does.
Oh, you're a professional heckler?
I'm a professional heckler. Speak up, I can't hear you at the back, Delamare.
So is your father a heckler then?
I'm a professional heckler. I'm fortunate enough, Neil. You're brutal, by the way. Yeah?
Oh, cheers, thanks.
Sorry, I can't stop myself.
Okay.
I'm fortunate enough to come from a proud tradition of hecklers, Neil.
Yeah. So your father was a heckler, was he?
My father was a heckler. A great heckler. My brother was a heckler. My other brother was a heckler. My uncle was a heckler there. He used to be in the Bramer rooms there in the 70s there. Sil Fox, Noel V. Kennedy, Brendan Grace. He cleared the whole lot of them out, so he did, so.
Wow. And your grandfather was
My grandfather was a streaker, actually, Neil.
Right.
But he encouraged the rest of us to become hecklers.
When did he
and
give
I
up for
actually
streaking?
started heckling at about 10 years of age. You're brutal, Neil! Sorry, it just comes out.
Yes.
And I've never looked back. So 10 years of age I started, and I never looked back.
You were at a comedy gig at 10?
No, I was actually at Mass, Neil, would you believe? And the priest is giving this long sermon about Saul on the road to Damascus. You know the whole routine.
Yeah, I do.
When
yeah.
all of a sudden, I couldn't stop myself. It was just, an instinct kind of thing, Neil. So I just heard myself shouting out, "Yeah, we heard that one before, Father. Give us something new."
What did he say?
It was then that I knew I was a born heckler, Neil.
What did the priest say?
Well, fair play to the priest. He was obviously used to the odd heckle, so he looks down at me quick as a flash, bang, and he says, "I remember when I had me first drink as well, my child."
He nailed you.
The place cracked up, and that was it, bang. I was hooked. It was heckling for me for the rest of my life.
Is
nothing else.
Is this something you do every day, Do you...
Well, I try to get as many sort of comedy gigs as I can to heckle, but if there's no gigs on, you know yourself, Neil, you have to do the best you can to subsist. So I was on the 77A bus yesterday, and there I'm off, You call that a right turn? You're brutal! Me nan could drive better than that. It's just instinct, Neil, it kind of kicks in.
The next time you're on the 77, just get up and say, "I don't know what a tracker mortgage is." I think
Brilliant!
Yeah.
I tried it before. Brilliant. It's a great heckle.
Has your granddad stopped streaking, by the way?
No, the godfather is dead.
Oh, yeah, well, that would put... Have you ever heckled at a funeral?
I've never heckled at a funeral, no.
You're right.
No, but I'm still, a journeyman.
Oh, okay. Can you practice heckling?
Yeah, you can practice. Sure, I'm in my living room at the moment. I've got Tommy Tiernan on here in the front room. Loose. The DVD just keeping me ticking over. You call that funny? Yeah, fuzzy-haired, culty, yeah. The thing about it is, though, Neil, it's not the same because he can't talk back.
No, it's not.
You see, a friend of mine has Nintendo Wii, and he got Virtual Heckler.
Right.
And that thing, the Virtual Heckler on that platform, the comedian actually comes back at you with loads of great stuff. And you get kicked out of the hall and everything, it's very lifelike.
What's the best heckle you've ever given?
Best heckle? You're brutal, Delamare!
That's a very specific one. Do you shout "you're brutal, Delamare" at any comedian?
You're always Delamare!
Thanks very much.
You're not funny!
No, I don't. What's the heckler's kind of ultimate ambition?
Well, I've a lot coming up, actually.
Alright. Do you have a calendar,
I do, yeah. Des Bishop. I have Des Bishop coming up on November 18th and the 19th. He's in the Longford Arms Hotel. If any of the hecklers out there want to join me.
Right.
And he's in the city limits in Cork.
Yeah.
So I'll probably heckle him down there if I get around to it.
That's brilliant. The best. Who pays
I've
you, by
heckled
the
him
way?
before. Well, I haven't actually heckled him before. I badgered him.
You badgered him.
And I barracked him. And I delivered a couple of jibes in his general direction, but I've never actually heckled him, so...
Is there kind of an apprenticeship that you have to serve? You banter, you badger, you cajole, then you heckle?
Well, you go through the niggle.
The niggle?
Yeah, you annoy somebody first.
Well, that's a... Well, okay.
That happens by accident.
That suggests like you're in a lift with them, kind of.
Well, you can just go into a shop, buy let's say a Mars bar.
Yeah.
Your woman says, there you go, and you go, you call that a Mars bar?
Right.
That's called annoying people.
Yeah. And what does she do then?
You can badger them, which is actually active annoying. Then you barrack them, which is loud annoying.
Okay.
And then finally you graduate towards full-on heckler.
Ooh, is that the ultimate ambition then?
Well, the ultimate ambition, Neil, every heckler will tell you the same thing.
Yeah.
The ultimate ambition. Vicar Street, 100 nights, Ed Bourne. Bring it on. And by the way, Neil.
Yes.
You're brutal!
Thanks very much. I think I have to go to an ad.
From Today FM Ireland, this is the Ian Dempsey Breakfast Show podcast.